The time I tried to cook Thanksgiving dinner, it was supposed to be the perfect Thanksgiving. Family, food, and fun, and being the proud self-appointed chef of the day, had decided to take on the monumental task of cooking the entire dinner myself. What could go wrong? Right? After all, I'd seen plenty of cooking shows, and how hard could it be to roast a turkey and whip up some mashed potatoes? I started with the turkey. It was huge, probably the largest turkey my oven had ever seen. I read the instructions. Thaw for 24 hours, no problem. I had 2 days before dinner. Surely it'd be fine, but somehow, I ended up with a frozen turkey the night before Thanksgiving. I panicked. There was no way I could just stick it in the oven. It would take hours and hours. I needed a plan. So, naturally, I called my mom. She calmly told me to run some water over the bird. To speed up the thawing process, brilliant. I followed her advice. Placed the turkey in the sink and let the warm water flow. What I didn't anticipate was that the turkey was now floating like a dead whale in my sink. Trying to wrestle the turkey out of the sink without making it fall apart was like trying to pull a full-grown bear out of a kiddie pool. But somehow I managed. The cooking, however, was just the beginning. Next, I turned to the mashed potatoes. Easy enough, right? Boil potatoes. Mash them. Add butter. Simple. I began boiling the potatoes, but I forgot to cut them up. Instead of soft mashable potatoes, I had immovable rocks that refused to break apart. It was like trying to mash concrete. After what felt like hours of stabbing, stirring, and boiling, I finally had lumpy mashed potatoes. Still, I forged ahead. The family was arriving soon, and there was no turning back. Finally, the turkey was cooked, burned on the outside, raw on the inside, but at least it was edible, sort of. The mashed potatoes looked more like clay sculptures than actual food, and I had no idea what happened to the green beans. Just say they mysteriously disappeared in the process. When the family arrived, they were kind enough to pretend everything was fine. They ate what they could and laughed along with me. But at the end of the day, the real victory was the fact that we all survived and nobody starved. It wasn't the picture-perfect Thanksgiving I imagined, but it was memorable. And I learned one very important lesson. Never cook a Thanksgiving dinner without adult supervision.